44 of our tapping together, and we will be joining our friends in just a moment. And yes, it looks like indeed we are live, so welcome everybody from all the social channels from all over the world. Welcome to this morning EFT emotional freedom technique tapping session where we get together every morning, Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST, to tap together on stress, anxiety, overwhelm, sadness, fear, frustration, and all the other negative emotions which have been weighing us down since the pandemic started, since the beginning of the lockdown. My name is Sonja Kirschner. For those of you who are new and joining us, I'm Sonja. I'm the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training and Mind Freedom. I'm a professional life coach and leadership coach, and I am on the mission to keep us all mentally and spiritually safe in these trying times. And EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is just the right tool. So welcome everybody who is new and joining us. In a moment I will be explaining briefly what tapping is and how we tap. Know that we will be also touching our face, because the meridian points, many of them are on our face, so hygiene is still of utmost importance, so make sure that your hands are clean. So what is tapping and why is it so important? Well, it is important because it helps us to find relief to anxiety, stress, and all the other negative emotions, and also physical pain which results from the energetic blockages caused by negative emotions. It offers us relief really fast, and joining in these daily tapping sessions together amplifies the relief for all of us. So if you know of people, if you know people within your network, your friends, your family who suffer emotionally from stress, from anxiety, from being overwhelmed, sadness, fear, worry, or perhaps they have physical symptoms such as a headache or a neck ache persistent as a result of the stress and anxiety, then click the share button, invite them to join us right now. We're about to start tapping in just a moment. So what is tapping? Tapping brings together two worlds. It brings together the world of the ancient Chinese acupressure, where we tap with our fingertips on certain meridian points of our body, and we will be focusing on 9, where we tap quite firmly on the meridian points being the end points of our meridian lines, the meridian lines being the energy network. And research has shown that when we suffer emotionally, when we are stressed, anxious, when we're afraid, worried, then there are energy blockages on our energy network. So the energy is not flowing freely. By us applying pressure, acupressure, similar to acupuncture but without the needles, through tapping, we are helping the energy blockage to smooth itself out. We are helping the energy to flow again, which gives us relief. Now the second world, which is really important, is the world of the modern psychology. By us acknowledging what is going on, by taking a moment to tune in with ourselves and acknowledge what is going on for us emotionally and physically, it's almost like we are giving ourselves the permission for that emotion to be there, to hear it, to hear what it has to say to us, or the emotional pain or the physical pain. You see, normally we don't do that. We've been trained by society to push on, press on if we feel anything other than great. And we are almost trained not to allow ourselves to feel any pain, emotional or physical. But that pushing away from it and focusing on distractions such as work, most of the time, it doesn't allow us, because our bodies, our emotions, our pain are just screaming louder to say, hey, I want some attention. So for the modern psychology part, for us taking the time to acknowledge what is going on for us, in a nice way, we are almost taking the power of those feelings, the power they have over us, of the pain it has over us, away from them, and we empower ourselves. So two worlds, really important. The combination is magnificent. So you've got the tapping and the modern psychology, and those two worlds combined offer relief really fast. And obviously doing it on a mass conscious level, joining in with people and doing it together amplifies the benefits, the relief for all of us. Now, tapping is particularly important in this difficult time because most of us feel out of control. We don't know what is going to happen, uncertain. And being out of control and uncertain, so not having any control, to be more precise, I have to be careful with the words I choose. So feeling that we don't have control over a certain situation, plus the uncertainty, those two elements cause stress to so many of us. They are almost the key ingredients to stress. And when we are stressed, we can feel anxious. Many of us are afraid. Obviously, the uncertainty of what will be, financial insecurity, the worry about our loved ones. We don't know what is going to happen, how our job situation will look like after the lockdown, or perhaps we are already affected. So there is so much emotional baggage happening right now. And through emotional freedom technique, we can help ourselves really fast. You see, what you have to know, our brain's main purpose is to protect us, to keep us safe. And our brain is always looking out for danger to do that. There's a part in our brain called the amygdala, the fight or flight center, and it always is vigilantly looking out for danger. Now, if we think of us, our brain being a 2 million year old brain, way back when we're chased by tigers and lions, we observe the physical danger, and through our six senses, the information we have taken in, being faced with this physical threat, we send messages to our brain, to the amygdala, and when we're in danger, obviously the amygdala picks it up and starts responding in the way of releasing a certain biochemistry into our system to make us ready for the attack or for the flight. So it releases a cocktail of adrenaline, of cortisol, the stress hormone, of other endorphins into our system, which make our heart beat faster, which makes our blood pump faster to our muscles. We breathe faster, oxygenizing our muscles. As a result, we sweat faster, and we are really ready for this physical attack or for running away from the physical danger. Fast forward to today. Now, of course, we are also faced with physical danger, but more often than not, we are faced with emotional danger. Emotional danger for observing what is going on and us thinking and almost catastrophizing in a way what will be. Now, of course, the pandemic is a difficult and unprecedented situation itself, and it has been really challenging. And for us observing what is happening, there's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, which we interpret as danger. And we see it all around us. When we watch the news, we see it on a global scale. And we feed that information of the emotional danger also to our brain. And our amygdala responds accordingly. It's not the danger that I'm going to be eaten by the tiger or lion right now, but it is still danger, perhaps more subtle, but even worse to some degree because it's lingering in the background for a long period of time. It's been 10 weeks now, for some even longer. So it's been lingering in the background, and amygdala response correspondingly, and also sends and makes the cocktail into our system, which we feel subtly, or perhaps some of us who are experiencing anxiety attacks as a result do feel the physical response the way I've described it. And that is the reason why a lot of us are feeling tired, naked in fact, even though we are not leaving the house, even though we are not moving as much as we normally do when we go out and leave for work or move around the world. We feel naked because in the background it's almost like we are running an emotional marathon. So through emotional freedom technique, we allow ourselves to slow down. As you can imagine, functioning in this way of constant pressure of our body responding to danger all the time and coping with the adrenaline, stress, cortisol, other endorphins in this way is long term certainly not good for our health. It's not good for our mental and spiritual well-being. It impacts our sleep. It lowers our immunity, especially now in a time when we have to really do everything and anything that is possible to keep our immunity up. So for emotional freedom technique, we are taking our power right back, because we are slowing down and we are giving ourselves the permission to relax. And the moment we send our brain signals to say, I am no longer in danger, in fact, I am safe, our bodies know exactly how to restore themselves. Our sleep improves, our immunity boosts itself. All we have to do is to slow down and to address the emotional and physical pain in a way which calms us down. And that is exactly what we will be doing right now, and we have been doing now for 44 days. Because that is where our power lies. We cannot change the external circumstances of what is going on in the world, but we can change how we respond to things, and that is our power. So, what are the meridian points? Starting off on the carotid chop point, the side of our hand. We are tapping quite firmly 7+ times. You can use 4 fingers, 3 fingers, or even 2 fingers, it's up to you. Next up, beginning of the eyebrows right here, followed by the side of the eyes. And you can choose to tap on one side or the other. The meridian lines run on both sides of our body. You can choose to tap on both sides. Underneath the eyes, followed by underneath the nose. Next up, chin, but it's this little crack below the lip, which we call chin. Followed by the collarbone, around 2-3 inches below the collarbone. Then underneath the armpit, around 4 inches below for women, roughly where the brow line sits. And then, finishing off the tapping cycle, we are tapping on top of our head, which looks a little bit funny, but it's very effective and closes the cycle off. So, and now it's time for us to slow down and tune in with ourselves. And we do that by taking a deep breath together through our nose. And breathe out through our mouth. And as you breathe, just notice what is going on within you. Notice how you feel. And notice the dominant negative emotion within you. And it may be anxiety, it may be fear, it may be worry or stress. Notice what it is and where in your body it resides, where it lives. You may feel it in your chest, you may feel it in your head, you may feel it in your stomach. So where does this negative emotion live? And how does it feel? It may manifest itself as a tingling pain, or a dull pain, or some sort of pressure. So how does this negative emotion feel? Or perhaps you are experiencing physical pain as a result of those negative emotions you've been carrying around. Perhaps you have a headache, a neck ache, a shoulder ache, almost as if the entire weight of the world is sitting on your shoulders. So what is it? And be specific. Where exactly does it sit? And how does it feel? Is it a sharp pain? Is it a dull pain? And whether it's physical or emotional, your pain, on an intensity scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest, what number would you give it? And you bring it up right now, I would expect the number to be somewhere around 5 or above. Now remember this number, write it down, we will be coming back to it. So all you have to do, for those of you who are new in tapping, all you have to do is just follow me, repeat after me. Shortly after we start, I will be giving you 2 rounds of tapping to choose your own words to address what you have just right now identified for yourself. You see, the modern psychology part is really important, and only you know exactly what is going on and how it feels. That's why I really want to give you the chance to address and to talk about it in your own words whilst we tap together. Other than that, be guided by me, trust the process, and know that you cannot do anything wrong and that you are empowering yourself. Let's start. We're starting with the karate chop point on our side of our hand. Just repeat after me and keep breathing deeply to breathe through the energy blockages whilst we tap. Even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, and all this fear in my body, I am choosing to relax. One more time, even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, and all this fear in my body, I am choosing to relax. And one more time, even though I feel all this stress, all this anxiety, all this fear in my body, I am choosing to relax. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this worry, all this fear, all this emotional pain, and the physical pain that I have been feeling, all this pain that I have been carrying around. It's taking its toll on me. I feel shattered. It's been slowly draining me in the background. I can feel it in my body. And it is weighing me down. All this emotional pain. All this physical pain. It feels like a heavy dark cloud hanging over me. All this pain. Now I want you to continue with me by choosing your own words to describe your own emotional or physical pain by being as specific as you can be. 2 rounds of tapping. Keep breathing in deeply and out deeply whilst we do tap those 2 rounds. Starting off, beginning of the eyebrows. Choose your own words. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. And top of the head. You're doing really well. Let's do another round together where you choose your own words. Beginning of the eyebrows. Side of the eyes. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. And top of the head. Well done. Now we continue together. Just repeat after me. Even though I feel all this emotional pain, even though I feel all this physical pain, right now I am giving myself the permission to relax. And although I may find it difficult to relax, right now I am making it my priority. In this very moment, I'm letting everything and anything that hasn't been serving me go. I'm releasing it from me. In this very moment, I'm giving myself the permission to relax. I am breathing in all the peace and harmony that I deserve. All the light and satisfaction that I deserve. I am breathing in deeply all the goodness. And I know that my body and my cells respond to it. As I let go, I am pressing the reset button. And my body knows exactly how to restore itself. I forgive myself for having been so hard on myself. I've been doing the best that I can. Right now, all is well. I can feel the heavy dark clouds disappearing. And I'm allowing peace and harmony and ease to flow to me and through me. And I'm safe in the knowing that all is well. I am well. And I am proud of myself to be taking the time to do this for me. I love and accept myself. And I'm taking all this well-being, peace and harmony with me into this day and into every other day to follow. And so it is. And as we gently stop tapping together, just take a deep breath in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Just notice what has changed for you. Notice how your emotional or your physical pain has shifted. Notice the number of intensity by how many points it has gone down. Very well done. You have experienced a tremendous relief for yourself, and you are now ready to start the day or to continue the day from a completely different standpoint than before. You have empowered yourself in this tremendous way by making the conscious choice and decision to join us today. So very well done. Very well done indeed. You know how to tap now. So keep tapping, keep taking the tool of tapping with you into the day, and remember to tap anytime you need it. Empowering yourself in the joint sessions brings us more relief, so it's also really important to tap together. So if you have enjoyed this session, let me know in the comments about the shift you have experienced. Tell me about the relief you have experienced, but more importantly, share this live stream or the invitation to join us every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. BST to join together, to tap together. Share it with your network. There are many other people out there who are suffering right now. Help me to spread the word and help me to alleviate the suffering through emotional freedom technique. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for showing up for yourself. Have a great day. Keep tapping. And hey, we are another day closer to the end of the lockdown. And I see you all right here tomorrow at the live stream at 10 a.m. BST if you're joining us from outside the UK.